Good morning, folks. The top story this morning is no surprise if you follow us on Twitter. Sun diving comets. Two of them. Unfortunately, Soho is lagging about 8 hours behind, so by now the smaller rock has likely already entered the sun. But the big dog behind that still has some time. If we don't see a breakup or vaporization event today, this will be very bright before it says goodbye. Updates as warranted. Let's look at the last day on our star to find a peaceful calm in general. There were obviously no big flares or filament eruptions to see here, but there was still something to watch. The incoming active region is developing quickly and has begun flashing. Over at spaceweathernews.com, we find a small uptick in flaring, those were the flashes we just saw, and indeed that's the only sunspot group worth watching. It's developed a great deal since we last spoke. The leading blue positive umbras to its north watched beta complexity develop out ahead of it, and we are now right about at beta gamma delta, the top magnetic classification. None of the other spots have much flare potential this morning. The days-long trend down in yellow, solar wind speed, ended yesterday as a coronal hole stream weakly buffeted our planet, producing a minor geomagnetic storm that is likely over at this point. Today, the Earthquake Watch Index begins coming back down. The volcanoes and Mexican quake have made it interesting, and yesterday as the tropics began lowering the Earth weather factors, we saw an above-average quake in Oregon. It came through my alert system as a 5.2. The next coronal hole is still days away, left side red negative contrasting the current positive green opening. A terrific article here on how tidally locked rocky exoplanets could actually be habitable, still wrapping my head around that. Scientists have also discovered the world's longest continental volcano chain. It is located in Australia. Top weather news of the last day was in England, where a storm surge and massive waves pounded a train near the coastline, took out its electrical systems. Not the first weather trouble for that train. Folks, we have 6 websites that are designed to make this realm of science and related situations easier to get into and follow. But in a way, it all culminates at observing the frontier. The first Observers Conference is set for 1 month from now. Links are found below. Come out and see us. Tropical depression northeast of Guam, ready to rush in towards Japan. We have 2 systems developing in the Atlantic where the waters are hot. Precipitable water will be kept on for our top viewer locations, and then we'll hit our current conditions and shots of our star to close. It's 6:20 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.